This is Sean the Artist here, and I want to talk about how to be a successful artist. Well, there are different routes to go about that, but being an artist, a successful artist, is not easy. First, you have to ask yourself a question: what is a successful artist? You have to define what you feel is a successful artist. Whether you're successful by owning your skills as an artist, or you're successful in selling your comics, or you're successful in getting known, on social media and good stuff like that. Now, there are different aspects to this. It depends on what you want. In terms of skill, if you want to be successful in your skill as an artist, because people are looking to hire skill, you basically have to do one thing, which is simple: practice. That's what you got to do. Practice. You got to practice how to draw comics, watch movies, cartoons, TV shows, and practice. And the second aspect, which is getting known, you have to post your art. You have to post it on different social media platforms. For example, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all those social media platforms. And that's how to do it in the year 2022 and up, you know. And you can do it locally by printing your artwork and selling it. And it all sounds, it sounds easy to say, but it's not as easy to do because in order to get to that level, you have to be determined, you know, to be able to be consistent every day in your craft. You have to take it seriously, and it has to be something that you're passionate about because the truth is life is not easy, you know. As you grow older, you get more responsibilities, and responsibilities get in the way of a lot of things. But it depends on you. It depends on how you handle life, on how you handle how things come to you, on how you react to things. You know, sometimes when you're younger, you tend to have the passion, but as you get older, you get more responsibilities. And the key thing in being an artist is to always maintain that drive that you have for art, because you don't want to get in a situation where you allow circumstances to get in the way of your productivity, then you lose the drive. You don't want to get to that point. So you want to make sure that you keep the drive, the fire burning, you know. You have to keep that fire burning while handling life, while owning up to your responsibilities, while being responsible, not just as an artist, but as a person. Because, that's what success is all about: owning up to your responsibilities and completing what you started. Because you would want to be a person that completes things. Don't start something and not finish it. Always finish what you start. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if one person sees it, or 20 people sees it, or a million people see it. You'll be very happy and proud of yourself that you completed it, and you will appreciate the work. And that work can dive into something else. Once you finish something, an opportunity, opens up by itself. So just make sure you finish what you started. Make sure you do that. And be faithful to your work. It's all about being faithful to what you do. Because once you're faithful to what you do, you will actually reap the results. And there is going to be some points in life where you'll be discouraged. You know, people will tell you that, oh, people will tell you that you can't really make it as an artist or anything like that. Nah, you have to stick to your guns. You know, there'll be some point where, there might be some point where you are not really focused on art, but on something else. Whether it is other things in life that you have to focus on because of responsibilities, yeah, because those things will definitely come up. But you have to make sure that you keep that drive going. You know, being an artist is also it also means being responsible. Being responsible is what really matters when you're an artist. Being responsible for your art, being responsible for your content, being responsible for getting things done, not just as an artist, but as an individual, as a person. And how do you become a successful artist? Well, it's being faithful to what you do and completing what you started. That's what being a successful artist is. Completing what you start. Because once you complete it, it can turn into something else. It can turn into something bigger than what you intended it to be. Art, it's funny how people say that artists don't make money until they pass away. That's not true. A successful artist will be successful as long as you finish your work and you take care of it and you use it, you transition it to something else. That's going to make you successful. There are some people that rise up faster than others. Some people it takes longer. Some people it might take a quick second. Some people it takes years. But you just have to be patient and continue the work that you started. Always do that, because you might reach farther than those that are already popular. You might reach farther than those that are already, balling or making it or whatever. Just stick to your guns and complete what you start. And when it comes to skills, you have to earn those skills, man. You can't just be average. You don't want to settle for average. You want to do something that, that will give you that recognition, which is your skill. You have to harness that skill. You have to think about how good you want to be. If you're not good at drawing, get an artist to draw for you. If you're good at storytelling, do that all by yourself. Tell the story. Get an artist to draw it for you. If you're an artist and you love drawing, but you can't seem to come up with a story, try to come up with a story. Try your hardest. Try your best to do that. You don't have to write it down. You could just record yourself. Or you could just start drawing and a story will come up. Some artists are good at drawing, but they never come up with a story. So that's basically what it is. And another thing about being an artist is improvement. Improvement in your thinking, improvement in your skills, improvement in what you do. Not just as an artist, but as a person. It's improvement. An artist must always improve at all times. It doesn't mean that you have to make your art more detailed, but improvement can be stylizing your art, making it a style, making it a brand, making it something that when people see your art, they will say, "Yeah, this is Tom's art. This is Cassie's art. This is Sean's art." You would want to do that. You have to make yourself a brand, because branding is a very important part of being an artist. Being able to brand. yourself. To brand yourself really, really well. Because once you brand yourself, people will know exactly who you are. People will know exactly what your art is about when you brand yourself. So brand yourself. And the thing about being an artist is that don't be so caught up in social media. Always learn how to do art without the recognition of others, meaning that do it to please yourself as well. Because once you please yourself, somehow people will be able to gravitate to that easily. People will be able to gravitate to that easily because you're doing it because you love doing it. Because that's the foundation of being an artist, to love what you're doing. Sometimes it may not be like that, but the core of being an artist is to enjoy what you're doing and to be faithful to your work. Over the years, I started off really, really passionate, but I understood as life went on, I started to have more responsibilities. I dived into different things, but there was one thing I always remember, that I've always had this dream of being an artist, of getting my things out there, and I made sure that I complete what I started, and I'm really, really happy about that, because once you complete what you start, you'll be glad that you did it, because it's like you're fulfilling what you wanted to do. That's what's really gonna make you successful, by completing what you started, doing tasks, completing one task to another. Alright, so that pretty much sums up the whole thing for this video. And yeah, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what you started. Always finish what you start. And just keep on going from there. Keep on going. If something doesn't work, try another method. Just don't give up. And that's what's really going to make you successful. Peace and God bless.